It was on this page. It says, the birds clambered back into the nest. The birds clambered back into the nest. Clambered. I got the word clambered, and I didn't know what it meant. Look what I wrote down. I actually wrote that down on my paper. But then the words back to the nest and the picture helped me figure out that, what do you think clambered means? Based on the picture and the birds clambered back into the nest. What do you think it could mean? They hurried. Georgia? Are they hiding in the picture? What is this bat doing? He's clambering back in the nest. He is climbing back in the nest. So I figured out that it meant climbed. Look, I didn't use the dictionary. I didn't ask the teacher. I used the picture and the other words around it. I used my context clues to figure out what it meant. How about I read win instead of wings? But then when I looked at the picture, I knew that win didn't make sense, and the bats have wings, not wings. So I looked at the picture, and the picture helped me. So you could use the picture or the words around it to help you. So when we do our reading time today, you will go back to your special seat, wherever you would like to read, and you will read. At the end of the time, I'm going to ask you to write down 2 places where you used your context clues today. You can say, I used the picture on page 12 to figure out what the word clambered meant. I modeled some things you could write. Your paper should look just like mine, except for the words might be different because your book might not have clambered in it. So you would say, I got to the word and I didn't know what it meant, so I looked at the picture and I figured out that it might mean whatever you think it might mean. Or, when I was reading, Miss Powell, I accidentally said horse instead of house. But when I looked at the picture, I knew that it really should have been house. So you could write that down. So you have to write at least 2 times when you were reading today and you used context clues by looking at the picture or the other words around it. Questions? Georgia. If you know all of the words, I want you to make sure that there's probably at least one word. If the book is on a just right level, that means it's not too easy and not too hard. Just right means you know some of the words you're not sure. So if it's just right for you, there should be some words that you're not sure of. Not tons of words, a few if it's just right for you. So you got to make sure you're reading a just right book so that you can come across a word you're not sure what it means. Good question, Georgia. All right, so when I call you, you're going to head to your just right spot. You're going to start reading. And what are you reading for today? What are we going to have to do at the end of reading today? What are you going to have to write about? Listen up. Yes. The words that you did not know and what you used to help you figure them out. And what word did you say? You said a nice word. You said context clues. That's what we're reading for today. Words we don't know and trying to figure them out on our own. Questions?
No.
Okay. Let's see who can go to their spot when I call them. I'm looking for the most valuable reader today. That's the person who was reading, who was doing what they were supposed to be doing, and at the end, we'll recognize the one person who did the best job during reading today will get a prize. All right, if you are a boy, I want you to head to your spot. Choose a responsible seat, not by our friends. Choose a responsible seat, not by our friends. Kaylin, I love how you're choosing a responsible seat today. You're not by your friends.